The days that Mr. Hoi lived with Tu Tien on the simple farm passed by peacefully. His eyes always followed the figure of his daughter, a small but determined girl diligent in farming. Mr. Hoi quietly observed Tu Tien, from her calloused hands cultivating each vegetable root, to her gentle smile when talking to Jack, and even the vague sadness when she accidentally mentioned her family. Tu Tien always longed for a warm home, a real family. Her eyes lit up with joy every time she talked about her small plans for the farm, about the delicious dishes she wanted to cook for the whole family. Tu Tien's innocence, purity, and filial piety touched the deepest corners of Merhai's heart. Even though he carried a heavy secret, even though someone was pulling the strings, forcing him to get close to Tu Tien for a dark purpose, he felt more and more clearly the sacred father-daughter relationship that was blossoming. Mr. Hoi witnessed the pain that Tu Tien had suffered in the past, her loneliness and desire for love. He saw the simple happiness that she was trying to cultivate next to Jack. The experienced man's heart couldn't help but ache when he thought about the suffering that Tu Tien might have to face if that dark truth was exposed. There were nights when Merhoi couldn't sleep, torn between the missio that those people had entrusted him with and his growing love for Tu Tien. He realized that, no matter what his original purpose was, continuing to stay and carry out that plot would only bring deep hurt to this poor girl. Tu Tien had seen him as her father, trusted and loved him with all her heart. How could he have the heart to break that fragile peace? In his heart, Mr. Hoi had seen Tu Tien as his own daughter. He felt a strange kindCEO, an invisible but extremely strong emotional bond. The thought of hurting this little girl made his heart ache to the core. In the end, Mr. Hoi made a difficult but loving decision. He could not continue this role, could not let Tu Tien suffer any more. The only way to protect her was to leave, to disappear from her life, even if that meant he would have to face the revenge of those who were controlling him. The night before he disappeared, Merhoi quietly watched Tu Tien sleeping. Her beautiful, peaceful face made his heart swell with endless sorrow. He gently stroked her soft hair, whispering choked apologies that she would probably never hear in her life. The next morning, when Tu Tien woke up and couldn't find her father, she was overwhelmed with disappointment and anxiety. She couldn't have imagined that Loi's sudden disappearance contained a painful and loving dismissal from a father who considered her as his own flesh and blood. Mr. Loi chose to leave to protect the daughter whom fate had just given him, wanting her to suffer the dark consequences from those who were imprisoning and manipulating him. Since the day Tu Tien suddenly recognized her biological father through an old photo that Mr. Loi had always treasured, along with a special little mole on the back of her neck. The atmosphere on the farm was both filled with joy and an indescribable anxiety in Jack and Mrs. Loi's hearts. They were happy for Tu Tien. Finally, after so many years of loneliness and searching, it seemed like the bloodline had found its way back to the right place, but at the same time, a vague uneasiness surrounded them. If there was some mistake, if the hope that had just been kindled in Tu Tien's heart suddenly went out, how great would be the pain she would have to endure. With his cautious nature and deep love for Tu Tien, Jack could not sit still with vague doubts. He decided to secretly investigate Mr. Loi. Jack understood that before letting Tu Tien completely trust and bond with this new father, he needed to make sure everything was clear and safe for her. Jack asked his mother, Mrs. Loi, to personally return to the poor countryside, where Tu Tien was born and raised. Mrs. Loi, with the sincerity intact of a mother, met with the elders in the village who might know about Tu Tien's past and her family. Through detailed conversations, Mrs. Loi collected valuable information. However, a fact shocked her and Jack. No one in the area knew about Mr. Loi. He was not a local, and it seemed that he had no connection with Tu Tien's past. Here, Jack's anxiety grew. Who was Mr. Hoi really? Why did he appear so suddenly? What was his real purpose in approaching Tu Tien? A series of unanswered questions kept haunting Jack's mind. He felt that something was wrong. A mystery was hidden behind the gentle, simple appearance of that ma. While Jack was still trying to find clues, a piece of bad news came like a thunderbolt. Mr. Hoi had mysteriously disappeared. Tu Tien was like a lost soul. The joy just now gave way to fear and extreme anxiety. She did not know where her father had gone, whether he had encountered any danger or not. Seeing Tu Tien's breakdown, Jack's heart ached. He understood that at this moment, the most important thing was to keep her spirits up and search for the truth with her. Jack immediately reported the incident to the police and constantly encouraged and took care of Tu Tien. He was always by her side, comforting, soothing, and promising to do everything to find Mr. Hoi. Jack knows that only when he finds Mr. Hoi and clears up all doubts can Tu Tien truly feel at ease. He is determined not to give up, no matter how difficult and arduous the road ahead is. Because for Jack Tu Tien, happiness and peace are the most important things. He believes that no matter how harsh the truth is, it will be better than the current ambiguity and anxiety. Tu Tien's journey to find her mysterious father is also Jack's journey to protect her love and faith. Thank you for following our story. Wishing you all the best.